Have you ever wished you could get tons of traffic that converted into leads, sales, and profits for you and your business? If so, stick around and watch today's video through until the very end, as I'm about to share with you the 3 keys to using solo ads in today's marketplace and beyond so that you can grow your business and do it at record speed. With that said, if this is your first video, my name is Misha Wilson, and over the course of the last few years, I've now done well over $15 million in total sales. And when I first got started, the sole traffic source that I used to get to well over $1 million in sales was solo ads. So this video has a special place in my heart because solo ads is the thing that got me there, if you will. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you exactly how I'd use them in today's marketplace. Now, if you get value, let me know what your biggest takeaway is in the comments section below. Don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell icon notification button so that you're notified when I do more videos just like this. And with that said, let's go ahead and dive right in.
Welcome to the Misha Wilson Show, where we show you how to create massive success online so you can enjoy the lifestyle of your wildest dreams.
All right, so what we're going to be talking about here today is really specifically how to use solo ads correctly in today's marketplace. All right, now there's 2 ways to use solo ads. I actually have a full course called the Solo Ad Success Formula, really on how to use solo ads for the opportunity marketplace. So if you're in the opportunity marketplace, I'd highly recommend you checking out that course, grabbing that course. All the principles in that course still hold true. What I'm going to be talking about here today is slightly different. And what I'm going to be talking about here today is how to use solo ads no matter what market you're in. So if you're in health and wellness, if you're in financial industry, but in any other little segment other than, let's just say, the business opportunity marketplace, if you're in dating and relationships, if you're in any other marketplace, this can absolutely work. So before we dive into how to use solo ads, let's define what a solo ad is. So obviously we have Facebook ads, we can place an ad on Facebook. You have YouTube ads, we can do a video just like this, bringing someone through your sales process, right? And if you look at a lot of the various ads from good marketers, people who really know what they're doing in the right market, which will always be key, a lot of these ads will bring people to a page where they have to input their email address. All right, so as an example, in our YouTube ads, we offer a report. They have to input their email address, they get a free report, and then we have something for sale. Exact same thing on Facebook, right? Every now and then, once in a blue moon, we'll break this rule, but usually it's an ad to what we call a landing page or a squeeze page or an opt-in page that gets someone to give us their email address in return for a piece of value, and then we have that subscriber and we can mail that subscriber for life. We can build a relationship with that audience, we can sell stuff to that audience, and that audience is our single most valuable asset. So the first thing to understand is what a solo ad is. Essentially what a solo ad is when you want to say, look, I don't feel like placing the Facebook ad, I don't want to place the YouTube ad. How can I go straight to the person that already has a list and pay that person to send an ad to their list, right? And a solo ad means that essentially you've done that, someone is sending an ad to their email list, and your ad is the only ad in the message. All right, so sometimes people will send emails to their list and they'll have, an advertorial at the top, they'll have the copy, which is an ad, they'll have an advertorial at the bottom, they'll have another link in the PS line. So there's kind of like 4 different ads throughout that actual email. That would be an example of email marketing, but not necessarily a solo ad, because again, with a solo ad, your ad is the only message in the email. All right, so that's what a solo ad is. Now, why they work well is if you choose the right list, essentially, once again, the marketer who you're paying has done all the work for you, right? So they've done the YouTube ads, they've done the Facebook ads, they've done the Bing ads, they've done all the SEO, they've done all that stuff, and you're kind of going directly to the source. But you also need to know how to do them correctly. All right, so these are the 3 keys. Now the first key, and I always start with this, and once again, my audience of loyal fans is gonna hate me for saying it, but you have to start with the right market. And specifically when it comes to this topic, you have to start with the right market where people know what they're doing from a direct response marketing standpoint. All right, so any market where people understand direct response marketing, People are going to be building email lists, right? So health and wellness, people are going to be building email lists in that marketplace. You know, internet marketing, make money online. People are building massive email lists in our marketplace. Dating and relationships, people understand direct response. They're going to be building big email lists. Now, let's say we go and find a market, you know, how to teach people how to knit, right? Someone might be profitable. They might be selling a course profitably on how to teach people how to knit, but because it's such a small market, because it's a market that probably doesn't have a ton of competition, that person might be profitable, not necessarily following the best direct response marketing principles and not necessarily building their list. So you have to find a market, and you have to find a market specifically that is going to have various marketers in it, ideally a bunch of marketers in it that are building their email lists from day number one. So once we find that market, let's just, you know, tap into the big three as an example: health and wellness, making money, anything making money, and dating and relationships. Those are always the big three markets to go into. After we have that, we want to choose our little sub niche, right? So as an example, let's say we're in the, you know, money space, how to make more money. A sub niche would be how to make money with real estate. Another sub niche would be how to make money with affiliate marketing. Another sub niche would be how to make money investing with crypto. The next thing we have to do is we need to drill down on what that sub niche is. Now, once we drill down what the sub niche is, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to Google and we're gonna type in, let's just say, you know, let's use the real estate example, how to make money flipping real estate blogs, right? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at all of the various blogs in that industry. And we're gonna try to find the top 20 or the top 50 biggest blogs that are getting the most traffic, that have the most attention, where people are also going ahead and building their list, all right? Because once again, we need to find where our audience is so that we can then put a message in front of our audience to bring them onto our list. So that's really all we're doing with step one and step two. Firstly, we're going to identify the market, the subcategory of the market that we're going into, and then secondly, we're going to go to that blog, or we're going to go to Google and find the top 50 or 100 blogs. And from there, we're literally going to message everyone who owns those blogs. All right, so we're going to contact their customer support. We're going to contact, you know, their various people who maybe work for them. If they have spots on their list where you can actually subscribe to their list, which they should if they're doing things correctly on their blog, we're gonna subscribe to their list and then see if we can get in contact with them through being a subscriber. We're gonna do whatever we have to do to get in contact with those people, and then we're just gonna work out a deal with them, right? So we've essentially found the people who have the list, and we wanna say, hey, you know, I'm wondering if you're open to placing solo ad for your list. I will pay $1 per click. I will pay $1.50 per click. I will pay 50 cents per click. Or sometimes, if they want to pay per send, or if they want to charge per send, it's I will pay $1,000 for you to mail your list. I will pay $5,000 for you to mail your list if it's a really big list. All right, just know that when you pay per send, the risk can go up. You have to be a little bit better at what you're doing when it comes to actually having the solo ad convert and having your funnel convert. But at the same time, it can also be higher quality, all right? So really, once you dial solo ads in, paying per send, it can actually be beneficial because you can get really high quality traffic, but you have to know how to convert that traffic into actual email list subscribers and then, of course, sales. So once we've gone through that process, once we've chosen the right market, once we've found the top 20 or 50 blogs in that marketplace, once we've contacted everyone who has those blogs, and essentially found, let's say, 5 or 10 people who will mail our offer out to their list, the biggest thing for performance sake within our solo ad is we need our solo ad to be congruent with our actual sales process. All right, so let's say we're giving away our ebook, The Freedom Shortcut. We don't want, you know, let's say the solo ad to be telling people that they just made a sale and they need to claim their commission. Then they click the link in that email, which would get a bunch of clicks, but because it's kind of spammy and it's not true, right? It would get a bunch of clicks, but when they land on our page offering them the Freedom Shortcut, they're not gonna opt in, they're not gonna buy, right? So in that circumstance, we want our solo ad to be very congruent, right? Hey, my buddy Misha just created this free report, the Freedom Shortcut. Inside, he'll show you the simple method he used to go from $10,000 in debt to making 6 figures online and then scale to doing over $15 million in sales. Click here right now for instant access to claim your free copy of the Freedom Shortcut. When they click the link in that email, which is your solo ad, it's completely congruent with the landing page, because they're going to land on the landing page, and we're going to give away that report, the Freedom Shortcut. And so from that point, we'll have maximum conversions here. And then when we have maximum conversions on our landing page, we want somewhere between 40 and 50%. We'll also get the most people to our sales page and give us the best chance of having them buy so that we can go ahead and recoup our investment. So with that said, those are the 3 secrets to using solo ads in literally any market. Now, what I'd say is, I know it sounds like a ton of work, right? The truth is, the first time you do this, it is a ton of work. And really what your goal should be is it should be to go into this process, find 50 people with blogs, get 10 of those 50 people to say yes to sending your solo ad out to their list. But then what you can do is, after you have those 10, you can literally go back to them over and over and over and over again, every single month if the list allows, every single week if the list allows. Essentially, you can go back as often as humanly possible as long as you don't burn out that list. And that, once again, work that you do right now will literally generate leads and sales for you and your business for potentially years to come. So embrace doing the work one time, and you can have a traffic asset for years to come. So with that said, I hope you got a ton of value out of this video. If you did, let me know what your biggest takeaway was in the comments section below. Don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon notification button, and I'm actually going to leave a link to another video on solo ads right up here for you to check out when it comes to the vendor selection process and how to write high quality solo ad swipe copy. Check that out. That'll really get into the nitty gritty on how to create a solo ad that's actually congruent with the landing page that you're offering, and I think you'll get a ton of value. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was in the comments, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.